There's a brand new LEGO theme dropping this August, and I'm calling it now. This might just be the best new theme release we've ever seen. We'll deep dive into the sets soon, so hit that subscribe button and drop a wave emoji in the comments if you're ready to set sail to the Grand Line. A few weeks ago, LEGO finally made it official. Netflix's hit One Piece live-action series is coming to brick form. But here's the thing, this isn't just a one-off set like some other IPs in the Icons line, for example. Nope, LEGO and Netflix are going all in with a full wave of sets. Before we get into the main event and the monster sets, let's start with the cheapest of the wave, and that is 2 new Brickheadz, and both of these are priced at just under £10, $10 or €10. First up is the stretchy, rubbery captain himself, Monkey D. Luffy. At 136 pieces, it's a fairly standard Brickheadz build, but the details are where it really shines. You've got his iconic straw hat with those signature curls peeking out, plus a printed scar on his face. Nice touch. And the brick-built neckline matches up with the printed torso to give that open shirt effect. Simple? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. But the real star out of these 2 Brickheadz is Buggy the Clown. And coming in at 176 pieces, this one's an instant must-buy for me. The printing is just next level. The blue eyeshadow giving the sad clown effect, the detailed jacket tile, but the hat? I mean, that's actually just a masterpiece for Brickheadz. LEGO really nailed the Buggy aesthetic here, and honestly, this might be one of my favourite Brickheadz ever, and it's definitely going into my collection. Before we move on to the play and minifigure sets, please drop a comment down below and tell me which of these Brickheadz you think is better. But let's kick off things where it all began, set 75636, Windmill Village. This 299-piece set recreates Party's bar, where a rubber-limbed kid named Luffy mopped floors and dreamed of pirates. At £25 or $30 €30, this set is really great value for money, packing in 3 minifigures and a build oozing with East Blue charm. First, those minifigs, because let's be honest, they are the real treasure here. We get young Luffy coming sporting his anchor print shirt, a mischievous grin, and crucially, an alternative face for when Shanks inevitably breaks his heart. Speaking of Shanks, he comes complete with his signature scars, stubble, cape, and a nicely printed torso and 2 hairpieces. His fiery red locks and his iconic straw hat. Note, it cannot go on Luffy yet, as it doesn't come with the Luffy hair, only it comes in the red hair. And rounding out this trio is Makino, the bar's kind-hearted owner. Her green hair and printed torso look great, but that plain grey skirt, even a basic print would have gone a long way here, but at this price point I think it's fine. As for the build, it is shockingly good for the price. The bar itself is compact but full of character, from sturdy wooden stools, a removable roof for bar brawl accessibility, and a surfboard menu outside. The little jetty out front is perfect for Shanks' rowboat, and the palm tree, built with what appears to be just 10 pieces, adds a lot of charm. The sidewall is also removable, but brings our attention to a new feature being brought out across this theme: the random collectible wanted posters. A clever nod to the Netflix series character introductions in each episode, but here, much like in the new Harry Potter portraits, each set comes with at least one of these collectibles, where you pull Arlong, Kuro, or Buggy. I'm not entirely sure how many there will be in total, but it does look like there's about 8 based on what's available online. The verdict? Well, for a starter set, this is exceptional. It's got nostalgia, playability, and minifigs that will have fans raiding their wallets faster than Luffy raids a buffet. If this is how the One Piece theme begins, you can tell we're in for one hell of a voyage. Now, moving up in price, we get Buggy's Circus tent, a vibrant 573-piece ode to East Blue's most theatrical villain. This £45 or $55 €50 set delivers where it counts, packing in 4 minifigures including the core Straw Hat trio and the star of the show himself, Buggy the Clown, complete with a mini version for that perfect callback to the show, if you know what I mean. The Circus exterior captures the carnival aesthetic beautifully with its colourful big top design and prominent entrance signage, but inside is where the real magic happens, a playground of references to Buggy's introductory arc. The water tank where Luffy first discovers his Devil Fruit's fatal weakness sits centre stage, while Zoro's spinning target with its play feature recreates his dizzying swordplay challenge, and up above dangles Nami's cage. Dominating this interior though is the massive buggy head, and while I wish there were more brick-built details, the sheer personality it adds more than compensates. Where this set truly shines is in its minifigure selection though, and I dare say they alone make this set a must-have for fans of the show. Adult Luffy makes his debut here with thoughtful touches like the neck bracket, allowing him to wear his straw hat on his back. His dual-molded legs and printed torso capture his look perfectly though. Nami's design impresses with detailed leg printing that perfectly recreates her skirt, while Zoro, though more subdued in his simple outfit, benefits from dual-molded arms and that perfect shade of green for his hair. The undisputed star is Buggy himself, sporting a brand new molded hat hairpiece that has been designed so incredibly well with excellent prints and colour choice. His face print captures that manic energy, and the torso detailing recreates his flamboyant coat with impressive accuracy. While some adult collectors might take issue with the more play-focused elements here, there's no denying this set captures the spirit of these moments from the show. Between the small gags and stellar minifigures, it's a really worthy addition that balances fan service with the fun that LEGO is known for. Another play-centric set, and the next up in price, is the £75, $80 or €80, 926-piece set 75638 Battle at Arlong Park. This set delivers the action-packed climax of Netflix's first season, though not without some compromises. First up, the minifigures, which have some hits and some misses. Luffy remains in his same adult design, but with one crucial upgrade: stretchy arms. I am so glad we didn't have another Fantastic Four repeat here, especially considering being stretchy is literally Luffy's signature ability. Definitely a hit. Nami gets a new outfit, which this time unfortunately comes without leg printing, but there is a really dark reference for LEGO, and that's the arm bandage up on the top here where Nami in the show cuts her tattoo. But overall, she's a bit of a plain minifigure, so I guess sort of like a mild miss. Usopp, making his debut here, shines with an excellently printed torso, as I really like this like Hawaiian vibe that's going on. He also has dual molded arms and a perfect hat hair combo in this new piece. I think Usopp is another hit. On the villain side, Arlong's face print and intricate torso detailing make him really impressive, even without the leg printing. His sawtooth nose, while not a moulded extension like some people have wished it was, works better than expected in printed form. And finally, we have Chew. Though less detailed, he does sport some nice arm tattoos and a nice detailed face print again, but clearly is outshone by his captain. Now, this set focuses heavily on Arlong Park's central tower, sacrificing some of the amusement park's scope for play features, but does still include two small stalls, a seating area and a small wooded scene. The first stall being a noticeably sticker-heavy shooting gallery, which houses two of the three wanted posters for this set on its sides, and I do like the play feature of having a stud shooter for interacting with the targets. The second stall is Shark Attack, and it's the throne-like structure for Arlong that we see in the show. It is decidedly less intricate than the shooting gallery, so seems a bit of an oversight, unfortunately. The seating area is equally lackluster, however does show our first look at a very exciting piece, which is the snail phone. Finishing off the side builds is a small fallen tree area to remake the scene where Usopp tricks Chew by using ketchup as blood, which is a nice reference to have. The pagoda-style tower looks decent, with its layered roof and arched entryway, but the omission of a fifth floor and its rather flat profile and colour scheme makes it less striking than it could have been. Inside, the sparse decor with just a table, some crates and a map may feel like an afterthought, until you trigger the breakaway wall function, where you can send Luffy crashing into Arlong with satisfying destruction, and you realise why it's so empty to account for this play feature. Now, while the minifigures and play features have their moments in this set, I think its simplified builds make it a tough sell for me at this price. For fans, it is a decent tribute to a pivotal arc, and for collectors though, it might feel like paying for potential rather than polish. Moving on from a set with potential to potentially the best set in the wave. Set 75639 is a 1,376-piece recreation of the iconic Going Merry pirate ship, coming in at £120, $140 or €130. Now, not only does this set look absolutely incredible, but the minifigure lineup is amazing, and there's so many references and features throughout this set. I think this is going to be super popular come release day. But let's dive in heads first with our lovable pirates, as we finally have our full crew. Luffy and Nami are in outfits we saw previously in Buggy's Circus set, but Zoro has been given a refresh with what is probably my favourite outfit and possibly his most iconic from the show, and this is the Zoro we know and love in his cream and green colour scheme. Usopp gets a whole new wardrobe too, with some incredible printing. The seamless torso to leg continuation of the print is impressive, and for any LEGO pirate fans, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a great addition for your collection. As for his hair, although it's the same piece as in Arlong Park, this time we get a pink rather than green bandana. Appearing for the first time and rounding out the crew, we have our master chef Sanji. I really like Sanji's double-breasted suit print on his torso, and the designers have made a brand new hairpiece to capture that one-eye covering look from the show brilliantly. I really like having all of the characters in one set, and if any set was going to have it, it just had to be this one, so I'm really glad they're all here. Moving on to the star though, and that is the Going Merry herself, because this display piece does the Straw Hats' ship absolute justice. From the moment you see her, the attention to detail is staggering. Starting at the bow, the iconic ram's head is beautifully brick built, and there's a nice little detail here that I like. Those two studs placed perfectly on top of the ram's head. Why? Well, because that's where Captain Luffy sits, just like in the show. It's a small touch, but it really shows how much the designers cared about doing this right for the fans. There's also a cannon up front here too, because what's a pirate ship without some firepower? And it actually fires studs, so you can reenact all those East Blue skirmishes. Now, as we move towards the stern, the Going Merry just keeps delivering. The textures here are fantastic. Corrugated white tubing, layered brown and grey hull plates, and all those clever angles that make this ship feel real. The central deck hides a small storage compartment underneath. Open it up and you'll find some fruit pieces and 4 of the wanted posters. And then above that, there's the main mast flying the Straw Hat crew's iconic Jolly Roger sail. Now, I'm really hoping that this is printed on that new high-quality fabric LEGO has been using in the Ninjago sets for the Dragon Wings. The second mast further back is where we have the second triangular sail, which looks great, and beneath this sail, there's a nod to Nami's tragic backstory with her 2 tangerine trees, and the designers have made this entire back section removable, revealing a storage section as well as Sanji's kitchen. Considering the small area it occupies, the kitchen is well thought out though. From the striped seating area to the condiments and sink, everything is there for Sanji to whip up a meal for the ever-hungry Luffy. The Going Merry overall stands as the undisputed highlight of LEGO's One Piece wave. It balances display-worthy aesthetics with playful functionality, all while delivering the complete core crew in one package, and the overall quality and attention to detail more than justifies the price point for this one. For One Piece fans, this is an essential centerpiece, and for LEGO Pirates enthusiasts, it's one of the best pirate ships we've had in recent years. At the pinnacle of LEGO's One Piece wave sits the magnificent 3,402-piece tribute to the Baratie floating restaurant. Priced at £270, $330 or €300, set 75640 isn't just the largest set in the wave, it is a wonderful display piece that captures every iconic detail of the Netflix series rendition of the restaurant. The Baratie's facade is nothing short of spectacular. While the upper levels do employ some forced perspective with the lighthouse and angel figurehead at the top smaller than they should be, this design choice does allow for saving piece count for incredible detailing where it counts the most. The vibrant colour scheme pops with turquoise gun ports and sand green columns framing the middle level, plus a striking neon Baratie sign that brings the establishment to life. The main structure though is where the LEGO designers truly excelled, and it is where this set draws your eye to for good reason. The curved slope pieces create a perfect bowed effect, while the red stripes against reddish-brown planks beautifully breaks up what would have been a pretty flat structure without them. Another way they've broken this up is by adding some exposed studs, giving texture in certain places. The fish head bow is particularly standing out, using tube pieces and round plates to achieve its distinctive shape. Two jetties extend outwards. One is perfectly positioned to recreate Zoro's emotional duel with Mihawk. My favourite part of the facade is here where the main entrance is. The designers have perfectly translated the show's mermaid-flanked grand entrance into brick form, and bonus, we do get 2 mermaid minifigs here in sand green. Talking about minifigs, let's touch on the ones included here before heading inside the Baratie for a meal. We get a full Straw Hats crew again, with Luffy being the same as all the other sets, which include his adult form, and Zoro and Nami are repeats from the Buggy set. Usopp is also a repeat, hot on his heels from the Going Merry set. Sanji, however, comes in a new outfit with some great printing depicting the chef's outfit he wears when we first see him in the series. This set comes with a whopping 5 exclusive characters. Starting with our favourite tough love chef, we have Zeph. I absolutely love the new moustache piece that he's got here, and the recolor of Ninjago Zane's hairpiece in yellow works really well for him. Zeph also has nicely printed chef's whites on his torso and a single peg leg, of course. We also get a trio of Marines in this set with Vice Admiral Garp, Helmeppo, and Kobe. For the Vice Admiral, while I really like this face print and his red epaulets do add a touch of colour, he lacks the intricate printing we've seen on other high-profile figures, so I do think it's a bit of a missed opportunity. For his juniors though, the designers have nailed the cadet uniform, printing with the little badge on the chest and their navy neckties, and the details here go deeper, even down to the pinstripes on the collar and the shoulder detailing, which lead into dual-molded arms. Now Kobe's face print, with his rounded glasses, captures him excellently, and the pink hairpiece, again just so perfectly, emulates the character from the show. Helmeppo, I'm not too sure about that hairpiece, but it's okay, because I do believe the crown jewel in the minifig lineup is Dracula Mihawk. This is the most show accurate of the wave in my opinion, from the torso printing of his abs peeking through the open jacket, to the amazing print for his trousers and boots which extends from the torso across the hips and into the legs, and for his face, the beard is perfectly captured, and for once, the use of those cartoonish coloured eyes works fantastically for the golden-eyed swordsman. Overall, this character lineup feels like a hall of fame for the series, with some of the most loved, hated, and feared characters all in a single set. Now spin this massive set around, and you're instantly transported inside the restaurant. The interior isn't just detailed, it's alive with personality, packed with clever builds that make the Baratie feel like a real working restaurant. There are a lot of details in here, so I'll just go over some of my favourites, and that's starting with the focal point back here, the sweeping curved staircase, framing the entrance and leading up to the second floor balcony. The light-coloured columns pop against the darker wood tones, creating a warm, inviting atmosphere that mirrors the show's aesthetic flawlessly. Everywhere you look here, organic curves recreate Baratie's signature decor, giving that grand, almost theatre-esque look. And while it gets mostly covered in these images, there's a wonderfully patterned floor to go alongside. Now, to the left, Zeph's compact kitchen proves good things come in small packages. With just a few well-placed utensils and stove elements, it captures the chaos of working in the galley. Above it, an office nook houses another snail phone, and the upper level surprises with tiny treasures like a geode, a gem, and a sword that hint at the restaurant's pirate connections. Our tour of the interior here ends with the semi-outdoors area, the iconic bar in the fish's mouth, complete with a couple tables, seating, and bar shelving. It's not often the reverse side of a LEGO set is this compelling, but here it might just be the main attraction. And with that, we have officially sailed through every set in LEGO's debut One Piece wave. What an absolutely stellar lineup this is. Now, if you're here still, a massive thank you for joining me on this mega review. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe for more LEGO reviews, hit that like button to help other LEGO fans find this channel, and please comment down below with your must-have set from this wave, and a dream set you'd kill to have next. This is just the beginning for LEGO One Piece, and I can't wait to see where the Grand Line takes us. Until then, as always, happy building!